What is up, guys? I'm here with Building Ryloth in Lego episode number 2, so let's get into it. To start this week, I'm not sure if I showed you this last week, but here's my Watan board. Obviously, it's not finished. So what I did, I'm going to replace this with the dark blue one and the head with sand green. And for the torso and armor, took a Chima armor piece, and then this dark blue torso erased some of the back printing so it wouldn't show through. I think that looks pretty good. Obviously not finished. We'll definitely be ordering the parts for that. So I'm going to make some more progress with the filler brick and the plating and maybe even start some texturing. So as you can see, I've made a lot more progress. I did another row of the filler brick and I did a ton more plating. And then the next thing I want to talk about is how I'm going to do the area over the hollow bridge. So my plan is I'm going to start around here, the couple bricks up for the rock work here. And then I'm going to use 16 by 16 plates in black, which I'm going to order off lego.com for like $2-something a piece, which isn't bad. And I've got some credit I can use to make that a lot cheaper. And then I'm going to use, I think my idea is using some, oh, here they are. 1x2s in this color, or like 1x1s, and then giant glass panels to make the hollow bridge. And now I get that it won't be the most stable thing. So fortunately, I'll be able to have some sort of, if you look back at the episode, there's like a little gray part on each side where like Mace Windu throws the clone troopers over to safety. So I'll add that, which will add support, and then I'm going to hopefully, maybe if I need to, I can use some clear bricks to support it from underneath. Unfortunately, it isn't too tall, so it shouldn't be too much of a bend. And I'm not fully putting the ATTE on it, I'm just putting like maybe the front 2 legs. So it should be okay, and we'll get to that maybe in like 3 episodes from now. But I'm gonna make, again, a little more progress on here, and then maybe we can begin the rock work this episode. Before I continue making progress, I just want to remind you guys, if you want like a sig fig or something in the MOC to represent you, all you have to do is just provide a bunch of support. I know I said this last week, but that's it. I mean, the support means so much to me. And as I done last week, I added this little cat here. Let's see where he is. So yeah, if you want something like this or even a figure, that's all you have to do to get something into the MOC, is just provide support. So thank you again. I'm gonna make some more progress and see if we can get to the rock work this episode. So I'm actually deciding to take a different approach where I'm starting with the rock work so I can use as much space back here as I need, and then I'll put the filler brick. So here's what I started with. I really like this part right here. So what I did is I took some snot bricks there, put a plate, and then attached these pieces. I think this looks really cool. So I'm really happy with how that looks. And then I'm gonna continue doing some rock work. And then around here, I might leave it blank for now, and then I'll come do this side, because this is where I'm gonna need that gray part I mentioned earlier for the hollow bridge. So I'll get around to like here and here on this side, and then have this area to work with for the hollow bridge. Yeah, so really happy with how this is looking. I'm gonna continue making a bit more progress. So I've made some progress on the other side. As you can see, I did another one of these, which I really like how it turned out. Maybe even more than the first one. And then over here, got some more rock work and stuff. And I left this area empty for now. I will come back to this maybe in a later episode. So I'm now gonna make some more progress with the filler brick, maybe even try to finish it this episode. And then hopefully by next episode, this base plate, these 2 base plates, third of the mock will be completely done, excluding like the black underneath there, and then I can start working on these base plates. So I'm gonna make some progress on the filler brick. So as you can see, I've completely finished the rock work and the plating. So what I have to do now is I have to add the gray thing I was talking about right around here. I will probably have to rip out some of this, but I just wanted to finish it so I can then remove what I need to. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that step now, and then I think that might wrap up this week's episode. So as you can see, I've made a lot more progress. I added the gray part I was talking about. So what I did is I looked up a few images and got some reference, and you can see these gray pillars coming down the side. And then I added part of the hollow bridge. I used almost all of my trans blue bricks here, and not even all of it's trans blue. But you don't see that part. Really happy with how this turned out, and I will repeat it on the other side. And then over here, have the ATTE. But yeah, I'm really glad with how this looks. Please feel free to leave some feedback down below in the comment section. That wraps up this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.